Hello, everyone. This is Lindsay Weigo from the Daily Caller, and I am at CPAC, and we are asking women today why they belong in the conservative movement and the Republican Party. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh gosh, women to be in the conservative. How many reasons do you want?
Why for women? Because I feel like women are the foundation of the family.
It's a very big issue for women to be a part of the conservative movement because more jobs are coming back to this country. President Trump, and with Ivanka Trump, has allowed more high-level, high-profile jobs to happen for the women's workforce. We have paid time off, paid family leave because of Ivanka Trump. We love her 100%. More women now are becoming entrepreneurs, which is the way of the world. And also, the conservative movement is very pro-life, and I am very pro-life. And I believe that this late-term abortion stuff is ridiculous.
Because I think that we have a voice and we have opinions, and there are a lot of women that are conservative, and if you're in a liberal movement, your voice isn't heard.
Good, you're good.
I'm a citizen. I am not my gender. I am a citizen. So if it would be important for a man to be here, it's important for me to be here. If it's important for a black to be here, it's important for me to be here.
I think the biggest reason for me in being a conservative is just freedom and liberty. Women have fought really hard and long to get an equal footing and equal rights, and I feel like these days, we have that. We can do whatever a man can do, really.
Democrats are convincing women today things about late-term abortion. It's all anti-family. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids. They're really off-putting. The foundation of a healthy country actually starts with a family. So the conservative movement supports that. It's kind of, I would say, a no-brainer for a woman to join this conservative movement.
I'm Lindsay. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hi. A lot of women in the conservative movement are very respectful. They're about family. They're about love. It's very misconstrued as far as with the conservative women that they are not fashionable, but they are. They think that we're Kmart shoppers or going to Walmart. That's where we get our toiletries, darling.
I'm asking people today, why do you think that women belong in the conservative movement? A lot of people say that their voices aren't heard. Why do you think that's important for women to be heard in this movement?
I think these are all just definitions. The Republican Party is not as insane and communist as the left. They're not anti-family, they're not anti-freedom, they're not anti-America.
For women who are on the fence about which side they're going to be voting, what would be your advice to them? What would you say?
You have to think about your children. You really have to think about your children because your children's lives are at stake. If they take your guns away, you cannot defend your children. I have friends that have 5 children. It's all about taking care of the child, and as a mother that drops her kid off at school, she shouldn't have to be worried that her child is not going to come back to school.
I think being conservative, we are better represented. We have obviously the pro-life movement, that's for us, and we need to be our own advocates, but I do believe being conservative, you don't need to shout and scream. You just have to be who you are.
The fact that we are losing our traditional values, and I think that really hurts women, that we are allowing our spaces to be taken over by men in women's sports through the transgender movement.
If you want to protect your family and you want to put your kids first, you have to vote for American principles and conservatism. You have to stop the onslaught with the socialism that's been in our nation. We need to flip the House. My seat will be one of those that flip it. We'll be one of the 19. But we got to put our families first. We have to take care of our own before we can actually help anybody else. And that's what we're going to do, and great organizations around the country are popping up everywhere to help do that.
What would you say to them to push them onto the right side? What do you think they need to hear? What would be your one message for them?
Read and watch other outlets like yourself. Don't stay in one avenue. You need to speak and hear and listen to others. Sometimes you may not agree, but if you're not listening, you're not learning.
I don't want to be taxed. I want to keep my money that I earn. Taxation, the economy is a big issue. Trump's doing wonderful things for our economy right now, and deregulation and cutting taxes. getting rid of a lot of the burdensome things that keep us as women from even starting our own businesses and things like that.
Strong America would be strong for everyone, men, women, and all of our children who are our future. So
Their children's future, and if they don't have children, they're still in America that we care about.
Do you actually work for? Do you actually work for the Daily Caller?
Daily Caller, I do.
Do you want to shout out your Twitter handle?
At Logan Clark Hall. Go follow me.
Daily Caller, I love you guys. I love Daily Caller. You guys are the bomb. Peace and love again. Mwah.